So I don't know.
Computer a little bit more toward me. Oh, you angle it. Yeah, you always angle it so I can see.
All right, it says we're live. It says we're live and the lighting looks good.
All right, I'm gonna go.
So now you go over there and see what you're.
Live stream. Oh.
I don't see anybody in here yet. So we'll just see, we got to work on the lighting. See, because if I move this just a little bit, the lighting's a little bit better. You look a little dark over there. Oh my God, there's 7 people. Hey guys. I don't know if you can hear me. I see the little bar going down. We are just testing out live streaming.
Hi, Turquoise.
We're just testing out live streaming from our offices.
Oh, it's Tim Turner.
We're going to be doing a live stream event, and we were talking about it just recently, right, Frank?
Yeah.
I don't know if they can hear you way over there.
Oh, I hope so.
So
can you hear me talking?
So everybody, I'm just going to welcome everybody. I see Dominique. I see Shay, Turquoise, Scott, Tim, Jason, Arm, Paul, Louise, Dennis, just watching, Scott, Jason, Louise, and Karen and Lisa so far in the chat. And basically what we're doing today is we are trying to see how this all works. He's goofy Frank over there. So basically right now we're sitting in our offices upstairs.
I'm in my chair.
In our home. This is where I do all my editing on this computer. Oh, we just lost chat.
Uh-oh. Oh.
So
okay.
The chat's back. Okay. So so basically we haven't live streamed at all from our home or from our offices yet. Maybe some of you have seen that we did the live stream from the observation lounge on the NCL Bliss. And what we thought we might do is, what were we thinking? July?
Mm-hmm.
We were thinking like the first Sunday in July, we might do a live stream from our home, from our offices, and it'll be all about our impressions of the NCL Bliss. What we thought was good, what we thought was bad, what we thought they can improve on, what they're doing great with, our experiences at the shows, dining, drinks, everything. So we're just trying to get our feet wet on live streaming today, just seeing how the lighting is and the sound and how the chat moves. And I am going to play with my computer.
Oh,
ooh, look at, I'm huge now.
On a side note, Delilah is in the chair.
You see Delilah behind me?
And Cece is in her bed on the floor.
So basically,
Kevin's in the way, you can't see them.
Well, here, I'll move.
Oh!
There's Cece and Delilah. Everybody say hi, Cece and Delilah.
Hey, Cece and Delilah.
The weather in New York is beautiful. It's a beautiful, what is it, 72,
like
73?
The last 2 days, it was like almost 100. It was awful.
So we need to know, how is the sound? We need to know... Turquoise wants turquoise. Turquoise or turquoise?
Turquoise.
I like to put a little flair on everything, so I always say it's turquoise. Anyways, Turquoise wants your Italian gravy recipe. Although in our house we don't call it gravy, we call it sauce.
Oh, you mean tomato sauce?
Yeah, that's I think that's what she's referring to, because like in the Tomasino household, many of you might not know, but I work with a lady named Donna Tomasino, and in their family, they're Italian, and in their family, they call sauce gravy, but we don't call sauce gravy. We call it sauce.
Are we having sauce on Sunday?
I wish I could have sauce tonight.
Sorry.
Well, that's okay. because I'm having hot dogs. I
Yeah.
think I'm having hot dogs. I saw them out.
I'm having Zweigels. Those of you who probably don't know, Zweigels hot dogs are a big deal here in Rochester.
They are.
White hots,
They
red
are.
hots.
Can you believe? I mean, there's 36 people in this chat. We didn't even announce that we were doing it. So anyways, Frank is over on his computer. And what we're checking out to see is if he can see the chat on his computer while I'm logged in on this computer. And is it working, Frank?
Yes, it is. And of course, I have my computer sound muted, so we don't have double sounds because there's like a 5-second delay from what he's doing and what shows up here. So I can hear myself say something and then hear it again on the computer within the computer.
It looks like everybody's saying that the sound is good. And it also, everybody's saying that we look good. So I don't know, but I gotta sit on my foot because it's a horrible habit I have. A bit echoey. Okay, well, we'll have to figure that out. We're gonna probably do another pop-up live stream to check things out again before we do our major live stream.
Did everybody see the Wyland interview that aired this morning?
Yeah, we did a Wyland interview while we were sailing on the Bliss. Any new updates on the cruise? Well, you know what's interesting about what's going on in our cruise life is...
Don't let the halo fool you.
What's interesting about what's going on for our cruises is in November we're going on the NCL Getaway for my birthday, and we will be going with David and Darlene.
Yes, the return of our sailing partners, David and Darlene.
We haven't yet figured out what we might do for the group cruise yet. However, we are investigating the possibility of 2020 being on Royal Caribbean for the first time in a very long time.
Right.
We might do a Carnival someplace in between. Not sure. Depends on what kind of offers we get from them. We got an excellent offer. I'll show you here. We haven't sailed on Carnival since when?
2016.
2016, maybe the end of, was it 2016?
Oh, trust me, I know. It
Okay.
was 2016.
So 2016, and I have to tell you, we got one of these offers in the mail. I don't know if anybody else is familiar with these. They're the Premier Casino Cruises. And, I don't know. Is that backwards, guys? It looks backwards on my computer.
I always say things are backwards.
I know, because doesn't it look backwards to you?
I'm looking at it on my computer, and I can read it. And every time you do this on your cell phone, you keep telling people it's backwards.
But look on my screen. I'm
not looking at your screen because I don't need to look at your screen. I have my own computer.
Okay, so
I'm like one of the people.
I'm going to go see. Let me see. Oh, it's right. Okay.
Because obviously without proof, I'm wrong.
But if you come over to my screen, if you scooched over to my screen, this is all backwards.
I know, because your computer that you're doing is almost like a mirror.
It's so confusing to me.
We receive it correctly. Can some people back me up here, guys?
They are. They're saying it's not backwards. But anyways, I got this thing in the mail, and it's very, very attractive because what they're offering is any of these cruises down here, which I know you can't read down there, they are going to give me $1,000 cash when I get on the ship and $525 off each of our cruise fares. So if we can get one of these again closer to the middle of the year in 2019, maybe we'll take one of the Carnivals. Now we do have, stop that. We have some criteria with Carnival because we've had some bad experiences. We actually rate Carnival among probably the worst for handicap accessibility.
And it's funny that you say that because we were just reading the other day people who work for Carnival.
Yeah.
And they were going on about this. Our issues that we deal with. For handicap accessibility.
Bill S. says, listen to Frank, he's correct.
Yeah.
But my thought was, this was my thought process. if they're gonna pay me, if they're gonna give me basically a free cruise because they're giving me money back, I'll take the free cruise. But
Have fun on your cruise.
It has to be like this one. No, this was a really good offer because they're offering it for the Carnival Horizon, the Carnival Sunshine, the Carnival Vista. So they're newer ships. Their newer ships are probably going to be more handicap accessibility. I've been researching it a little bit, and they actually do have more handicap bathrooms.
I would want to see the list.
Yeah.
You know, when we got on the NCL Bliss, the sheet was waiting for me in the cabin. You know, welcome, you know, handicap cabin, blah, blah, blah. It was this long, 25 public handicap bathrooms. They were everywhere. And I thought, oh my God, compared to the Carnival Valor that had 3 bathrooms, I'm on a ship with 25.
Linda and Just Watching agree that we should do Royal Caribbean. And Anne said that she saw the Wyland interview and it was great.
Well, we had talked. We said, you know what? We're already booked on the NCL Getaway this November for your 44th birthday. We're going with Dave and Darlene. It's all set. I've already got stuff in the spare room. If we were to take the, you know, we can show you. I just finished my little shopping list of what I need to buy for the Getaway in November.
Lord, him and his list.
The luggage planogram has all been adjusted. We kind of did a recap, what we're going to bring, what we're not going to bring. It's a Caribbean, so it's a different cruise than Alaska. So I've already gone through all that kind of stuff in terms of packing and planogram and stuff. But I totally forgot what I was going to say.
I don't know. But I think basically what you were going to say. Basically, I think you were going to say that
it's our last for NCL for a bit.
For just a little while. We know that you guys have been enjoying that we have been focusing on NCL, but we've kind of played out NCL as much as we could, and we are very familiar with NCL. And Frank and I want to get out of our comfort zone.
Right.
We want to try some new restaurants. We want to try new food, new drinks, new experiences. And I want to do the skydiving.
Right. And we have points, right? We have points with Royal. We have points with Costa. We have points with the other ones. I mean, not as many as we have with NCL, but you know, we have points with these cruise lines. So we said, you know, let's look into Celebrity or Royal, Princess again. You know, I think this November will be the last of NCL. And
just for a little while.
Yeah, and let's do something else.
We'd love to come to the Mediterranean, but unfortunately, that is just out of our price range right now.
Yeah, you've seen great offers on cruises, but it's the airfare.
It's the airfare to get from where we are. And yeah, Pat. Frank is a type A organizer. He's a crazy organizer.
You have to be. In the job that I did, I had to control over 100 stores. 100 stores. How many managers per store? There's a lot of people, a lot of things to control.
So, I don't know. Would you think, Frank, we have to look into it a little bit more about the cruise that I saw that we were interested in, but would you think that you would want to do that as a group cruise?
What?
The Royal?
Oh, that one that went to all those places we've never been?
Yeah. I mean,
that was a good one.
Okay, so guys, you know we've been on a lot of cruises. And you know that we, oh my gosh, Betsy, are you hacking my computer right now? Betsy just said the name of the ship that we were thinking of going on.
She did.
Did anybody see? Betsy, where does it go? Betsy Lane. Does that say Betsy?
Sure does.
I have a hard time seeing. I wish I could make this chat bigger. But Betsy Lane, we did find a cruise on the Anthem of the Seas that we really, really liked. You know that we've been on many cruises and we visited a lot of the islands, but this particular cruise itinerary, it was a longer cruise and it hit a lot of islands that we have yet to be visiting.
And did it go out of Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, and it went out of Fort Lauderdale, so we can get a direct flight from where we are.
So it's Rochester, New York.
No, it didn't go out of Fort Lauderdale. It goes out of New Jersey.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
New Jersey,
so
Rochester to New Jersey.
We'll break the rule.
45-minute flight. We're there.
We always tell everybody to fly in the day before and get a hotel so you don't miss the cruise. But it's a 45-minute flight for us to Jersey, so we would fly in that same day. What else? You can read better than I can. I can't see this.
I can because my picture is smaller, so my comments are bigger.
Yeah,
so I can see.
Yeah. So
what
do we have? Who said Big Maryland? Big Maryland said, did we know about the discounts for AARP on Carnival? Yes, we did.
We have a red AARP card.
I want to advise you to be very careful what cruise fare you select, because if you select the AARP fare on Carnival, you are not eligible for price drops. So be careful with that.
You can't take multiple bites of the apple.
You used AARP gift cards to pay off your last Carnival cruise? That's interesting. I didn't know you could do that. So now you taught me. There is an AARP price crest on NCL as well. A couple of cruise lines do that. Although we usually don't pick the AARP fares. We are AARP members, although the price might be a little bit better. In particular, I'll speak to NCL. They don't always offer the free at sea perks when you choose the AARP discount. So if you're going purely for price, by all means, I always say look at everything and weigh out what's better and what's not. But we choose not to do the AARP in most cases.
Oh, Turquoise Jones says she bought Carnival gift cards from AARP.
Yeah, that's an option. I know locally.
Hey, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie. I know locally in our town, we can actually go to AARP and purchase things. I think it's AAA. AAA, you can purchase some gift cards. At the Lowe's, they sell Carnival gift cards, and I think now they have NCL and
30. Answer is 30.
What's 30? What are you answering?
How many cruises have we been on together?
Oh, well, you gotta you gotta read the question, honey. Because if you don't read the question, maybe they don't know.
This is like a contest. It's like a Jeopardy.
What is 30? And then we have to come up with a question?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
We're going on November 25th, NCL Getaway out of Fort Lauderdale.
Also, you can get gift cards a lot of times at what's that store that we have? That place that I used to have a membership, BJ's.
Oh,
BJ's and Costco will have specials at times where you buy the gift certificates and you get 10% or 15% off. And also down south.
Yes, Miami. Sorry. We're flying into Fort Lauderdale and then driving to Miami.
Well, we're not driving.
Well, staying in a hotel and then leaving out of Miami. Thank you.
We're taking Groundlink. I wish you would read who you have to read, who's asking the question and what the question is, so that everybody knows.
Well,
not
if they're following along.
Well, I can't keep up with that.
That's your problem.
What date for the getaway in November, please? You want to go? Okay. Well, do you remember what the date? You have the file on there. November 25th.
Miami NCL Getaway, November 25th.
I'm going to replay this and you didn't say it.
Through December 2nd.
Okay. So there you go.
We will be flying down on the 24th, the day before, flying into Fort Lauderdale. Groundlink is going to pick us up and transport the four of us to Miami, where we'll be staying at a hotel, and then we'll just hop right to the port, right on the ship, and get on.
Now, John Taylor wants to know, have we ever cruised Silver Seas before? We've never cruised Silver Seas. It's a little bit too pricey for us. We can probably take 7 cruises to the price of 1 Silver Seas. So that would be a big no.
I know.
Not that I wouldn't like to. If you want to sponsor us,
I
we'd be
know.
more than willing to go.
This is my usual answer. My usual answer. We're just poor people living on Social Security. That's usually my answer.
Sue Vegas wants to know if we saw any bears in Alaska.
No, I was kind of bummed. I wanted waiting to see
Wow.
bears and a moose.
We did see a bear. Well, I saw a bear.
What?
I saw a picture of a certain person that we met on the ship who was in a solo cabin, and we're not gonna name any names.
Oh, that's right.
We're not gonna name any names. But he every day for coffee, he would get dressed up in this onesie. It was so cute, and it looked like it had like ears, and it looked like a teddy bear. It was so cute. That was the only bear we saw in Alaska.
Yes, Bonnie, Dave and Darlene will be making a return visit with us for another birthday cruise. No, it wasn't Scott, Sue.
Scott? Was she saying Scott Singer?
Oh. Wouldn't that be awful? We would love to be sailing with little Scotty.
I know. I talk to Scotty.
We talk to him every day.
Every day, but I've been a little sad because he's now working in Alaska for Holland America, and he's doing the shore excursions and things. And he's not getting a very good internet up there. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to talk to him as much as I usually do. Normally I talk to him every day, and we bounce ideas off each other, and we share funny stories, and yeah. Oh, congratulations. Big Maryland's going on the Carnival Horizon in October of next year. Who's messaging me? Somebody's messaging me on Facebook. Is it somebody in this chat?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Oh, no, it's a customer.
Maryland. Can't tell you what I bought yet in Alaska for the cooking prize. You have to wait and see.
Sarah, I will message you when we're done with this live chat. One of my customers from the salon is messaging me.
Hello from Poland. Welcome.
Hi.
We have Kevin. It's funny you pop in because Kevin was just giving me the report on all our subscribers from around the world. Because somebody said, "Am I the only one from Australia?" And so he pulled the report. Now we have 101 subscribers from Australia, and then he proceeded to go down the list of all the countries around the world: Japan, Taiwan,
really cool.
UK, France, Spain, Poland, just everywhere.
I mean, we're going to have to hang up a map, I think, in this room and put a pin in
I think so.
where everything is. Did you see?
Cruise video. We're from upstate New York.
Cruise video watcher. I was asking about Tales from the High Seas.
Oh, Bonnie.
Oh, Bonnie.
You little devil, you.
Thank you, Bonnie, for the super chat. You didn't have to do that, but thank you.
And yeah, to Hulu. Sue, you got it.
Bill, the solo cabins are really, really nice on the NCL Bliss. They were quiet. I'm not sure. I have to look and see because I just finished editing. Let's see. Do y'all want to see some some of the things that I do? I make out these little lists. You say he's anal about stuff.
He has to because it involves all the editing.
Right.
Now, he's been editing like a crazy man since we got back. And some people think we're still on the cruise.
These are all the videos that we have waiting right now that will drop on the regular schedule. But July 3rd will be our solo cabin tour of 12511. And I have bonus footage in there from the studio lounge and the entranceway. And it's just a brief overview of that. We also have an ocean view, a family ocean view coming up.
We are from Rochester, New York. It is upstate near New York, near the Canadian border, where it's always cold. Wild Tales from the High Seas. The first episode is going to be a whopper. It'll be at least an hour long. It's going to break on Saturday, July 14th. But I have to still try to get over this cold because I won't be able to make it through all of that without the coughing and the sneezing and the blowing of my nose, which will totally interrupt
He's so much better today. We both feel so much better today.
I just got up from another 3-hour nap.
Yeah, we both took a nap. We were exhausted.
He was sick the entire cruise. I got sick the middle of the week Wednesday. We've been coughing up a lung ever since. And it's been it's been awful.
I was so upset, Sue. We didn't see any calving or claving or whatever it's called when the ice falls.
Bonnie, I don't drink tea. Tea makes me vomit.
Stop that.
Well, it does. Sorry.
You know we're live.
I'm sorry.
I can't edit anything that you say out.
The smell of tea, it's a childhood thing. The smell of tea makes me sick. Inquiring minds want to know why I'm not drinking tea.
Wow. I love tea, but only when I don't feel good. And you know what's even better than just plain tea?
What?
Tea with honey. Do you know what's even better than that?
What?
Tea with honey and whiskey.
Oh. I thought you were going to say tea with a big old donut.
Oh, yeah. I had a donut.
Did you eat one of the donuts?
I ate one of the donuts.
Which one did you eat?
It
better not be one of my favorites.
No, I left you yours.
We have a donut shop that's like a couple of streets down where my mom lives. What is it called? Ridge Donut?
Ridge Donut. Well, we have two. We are sandwiched between two of the best donut places in America, probably. Okay, so there is Ridge Donuts, which has been in business for like 60 years.
It's family owned.
Family owned and operated.
Are like this big, and they can only fit like 6 to a box. If you want a dozen, you're gonna come home with multiple boxes.
Well, and it's expensive. It's $7.75.
But it's
for 6 donuts.
But they're huge.
But they're huge and they're delicious. Yeah. And there is also another donut place right around the corner from where we used to live called Donuts Delight. Now they've been in business since like the 50s, I want to say.
Yes.
And they were family owned and operated, and they sold a few. Well, now it's more than a few. It's probably 10, 12 years ago. And actually, there's a funny story behind that. So I don't know if Tom Elston is watching. But when they were closing, right, it was Tom.
Donuts Delight made more money in the final month when they announced they were closing because everybody went there to buy the donuts. Now, where were all these people before when they were struggling to stay alive?
He was there eating dozens of donuts every day. It's crazy.
Boxes and boxes of donuts, and he was getting fatter and fatter and fatter.
So the Starbucks on land the Starbucks on the ship was probably, in my opinion, better than the Starbucks on land. It was really, really, really good.
I enjoyed it. I had several cappuccinos.
When will part 3 come out of the bliss? So on Thursday's episode 3, Saturday's episode 4. Then on Tuesday, we have a cabin tour for y'all. That'll be an ocean view cabin tour. And episode 5 is on Thursday, the following Thursday, and episode 6 will be on Saturday. Remember, we post Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays 3 times a week. And we're still trying to get our legs with this whole live streaming thing and figure it out. So,
quick answer, Lisa, the best meal we had on the cruise was Q Texas barbecue.
Oh my
that was the
God.
Bomb.
It was the best. From the appetizer, the salad, the appetizer, the entree, the dessert.
My pulled pork came with beans, came with coleslaw,
I love my
jalapeno cornbread, and the desserts. Oh my God. I had a pecan pie that was this big, and then we ordered the mason jar banana pudding, and then you had the peach cobbler.
Oh my God, it was so good.
And I'm telling you, from beginning to end, oh my God, I could eat there every night.
No offense to my mother, my grandmother. It was better. I mean, it was really good.
The sauces, they had 4 kinds of sauces, barbecue sauces. So yeah, they had this barbecue, the hot, the sweet, the spicy. They had everything. So Cruise
Video Watcher wants to know, how was the Norwegian Bliss? Awesome, good, average, or horrible? And I would say it was good.
The ship
I
was
would say it was good. we're going to reserve a lot of the items about the bliss until our live stream on what's the date? The 1st?
Yes, Sunday the 1st.
So Sunday the 1st, we're going to be doing a live stream. It is going to be all about our impressions of Norwegian bliss. We are going
the good, the bad, the ugly.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. We figured you probably would want a little bit of a break from the vlogs at that point. And we're thinking that it would be a good spot to tell you all of our impressions. We're gonna try to keep all those little secrets about Tales from the High Seas, though.
Yeah. Brandy, to repeat, we'll be flying into Fort Lauderdale. We'll be using Groundlink. That's our transportation company. We always get the SUV model because that accommodates nice enough room for the 2 of us, and 4 pieces of luggage in my fold-up wheelchair.
Steamin' Bean wants to know if we met up with Jim Zimmerman. Now, I think, if I'm not correct, Jim Zimmerman's from Cruise Control. Let me know, Steamin' Bean. But I don't think we met up with him.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
You're not testifying in court.
I feel like I'm testifying before Congress. I do not recall. I do not remember.
Bonnie Bergstein has apple pie in the oven.
Oh, Bonnie.
The only thing
send a piece this way.
Is it
I can use one right now.
Is it Dutch apple or is it regular apple? And then the next question would be, is there ice cream in the freezer? Because Frank doesn't eat his pie warm.
I have to have cold pie and cold cake. It has to be in the refrigerator before I'll eat it.
And I like my pie warm with a big old glop of ice cream on it.
Favorite part of the bliss? Well, we're going to have to reserve these answers for Sunday.
Brandy would like, well, that's part of this whole testing thing. I want to see if I can print these out. So Brandy wants to know if we can repeat our transportation that we're using from Fort Lauderdale. She needs something wheelchair friendly. So Brandy, what we always use in most instances when we travel is a company called Groundlink. Now Frank can transfer from his chair to the car.
Right.
So
I have my cane on one side. Kevin has me around the waist, and with the driver, they hoist me up and shove me into the back seat.
So you're gonna
like the scene.
You're gonna need to be able to transfer, or you're going to have to see if they have a wheelchair van available. But also, there are some taxi services that have the lift.
Yeah.
So I'll try to, if you email me, I'll try to get you that information.
Favorite cruise so far?
NCL Gem. And well, I think it's a tie between NCL Gem 2017. That was Frank and I's Valentine's cruise.
Right.
And the NCL Jade in November with David and Darlene.
Right. That was fun with David and Darlene. Now, if you're talking about cruise of the entirety, I have to say was my Mediterranean cruise. Because
I wasn't on that.
He was home.
That's insignificant to me.
And, but it was a 2-week Mediterranean, and to visit Rome, Barcelona, and Morocco, and Portugal, the Canary Islands was for me once in a lifetime. 2 weeks with 3 other friends. Just can't beat that.
Tim, we've been together since 2006. Tim Turner wanted to know how long have we been together. Who has his own? Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm being stupid. Hi, Brisbane. Ann Jordan's from Brisbane.
Oh, wow.
We've got, I can't even do an Aussie accent, so I was going to try to do an Aussie accent. Good day, mate. How's that? We got to be going on the walkabout. That's about as good as of an Australian accent I can do.
Yeah, we'll talk about the hotel and where we stayed the night before. No, we're not. We're really not high maintenance people. I mean, we're into our organization and all this stuff, and we like what we like. But when it comes to the hotel, we're not looking for this 5-star. Gotta have whatever thread count sheets. We're looking for a good value. And it just needs to be clean and basic. If it has a restaurant, that's great.
I have to interject here. I want to thank Bonnie for her suggestions for Brandy on how to get to from Fort Lauderdale to Miami in a wheelchair. But Bonnie, I would not suggest the tri-rail. We did the tri-rail 1 year, and it was absolutely the most miserable experience we have ever been.
It was way too much for me, and it was between the flying in, city to city, tri-rail. But it was way nice. We looked at each other and said, never again, never again. It's way too much, and you don't want to be exhausted and dejected before you start to cruise.
The Steamy Bean wants to know if we're up for an interview. The Steamy Bean has a couple of channels, and he's going to be in our area. And email me again, Steamy Bean, and we will talk about it. We have to get our schedules together. I'm a hairdresser, so summer's a big time for me with weddings and events that are going on. We do a lot of charity work at our salon too, so we're just going to have to see if our schedules will mesh when it comes to that, but I'm interested. Why does it always look like I'm cross-eyed when I move my head?
I don't know. Perhaps it's the halo effect.
It is. Just for the record, Frank wanted me to move this light that was here before I started the live stream.
Yeah, the halo you see is really a light fixture. It's a light floor fixture. You can't see it. There you go.
You see it? Let's turn it off and see if it's better. Oh, look at that baby there.
Oh my God! Somebody go over and kiss her.
Okay, so is it too dark now without that light? You'll have to let us know.
Yeah. Should we have the light on or the light off?
I can see better with the light off. What's been your favorite cruise so far? We already asked that. That was from Greg.
So far, they let the light on.
Oh, Cruise Video Watcher was on the NCLJ with us.
Okay.
I would like to know what your real name was. And did you come up and say hello to us?
Yeah, are you the one that saw us and didn't say hello?
There were a couple of our fans that were afraid to come up and say hello to us. I don't know why. Just Watching wants to know where the anthem is going. I didn't. I wasn't prepared.
We didn't print anything out.
I think it's St. Croix, St. John, St. George.
It's all the little islands.
You talk and answer a few things, and I'll look it up real quick.
Bonnie, he didn't get to do the go-karts. He was lucky he got to film it.
Wow,
and there were several issues with the go-karts that people were talking about. And we'll go over that on our live stream. People were not happy.
Okay, if you guys wondering what I'm doing, I'm going on Royal Caribbean's website right now.
He's going to try to find that Anthem of the Seas. I think it was a 12-day out of New Jersey.
I have a love-hate relationship with their website. You remember it was January, Boo?
It was January, out of New Jersey, 12 days.
Leaving from... What? Was it Jersey? Maybe it was Baltimore.
Was it?
I don't know. I'm going to select both, and I'm going to search that.
We were looking at so many cruises. I don't know.
You know me. I get back from a cruise, and it's like...
Right. I'm packing for the next one, and he's looking for the next cruise.
Okay, I think this is the one. I think it's January 11th, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is the one, guys. So who asked? My chat's gone. So whoever asked where the Anthem of the Seas was going to, what we're considering is a 12-night Southern Caribbean cruise that leaves from Baltimore, Maryland, It has a day cruising. It has some days cruising, and it goes to St. Croix, St. Martin, St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Kitts, and back to Maryland.
Right. So it is the Baltimore one.
Yeah, it was the Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah,
but there was a New Jersey one
too.
It
was like a quick hour flight because we went to Baltimore, Washington. Justin, at the end of every one of our videos, we have all our contact information. So you can contact us through YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can email us at our Cruising with Wiz email account. So again, at the end of every video is contact information.
Well, you can tell them, what are we on, Frank? Do you remember what we're on?
On what?
Social medias?
Oh yeah, well obviously we're YouTube videos, but we're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And Karen, I kind of did a video already on how I save for a cruise. And I believe the video is called Couponing for a Cruise. And it's all about how I budget the money we set aside, and what I save and what I spend on food, and how I clip coupons, because we are very, very budget conscious. Again, I no longer work, so that salary has long been gone.
Okay, Eduardo Marino, I think is the name, and although we don't speak Spanish, I know he's saying, who are you? Oh, I speak a little Italian. I think that says, who are you? Mi amo Kevin, S. Frank, and we're cruising with wheels. If anybody else speaks Spanish in the chat, please tell them who we are. So I don't know how they found us.
Yeah, it's like I took
that's great.
2 years of Spanish in high school and 2 years of Italian and college, and I was fluent, and now I'm having a hard time with English now, so that all went out the window.
An answer to the question, no, we don't speak Polish. So I'm sorry.
Don't you let Julie make fun of you, Justin. You keep couponing and save money.
Yes, coupon. Jamie booked the Encore. Congratulations on booking the Encore. And you're concerned about being on the deck above a restaurant. Do you have any?
Enjoy the baseball game.
Jamie, I have to ask you, Jamie, what restaurant are you above? Because I'm concerned with you too. There was a lot of issues with noise problems with some cabins that were around certain restaurants. So
yeah, people were being moved from one cabin to the other because the noise was horrendous.
Right.
And even during one of the 10:30 Jersey Boys show that Kevin attended, he couldn't even hear the performance because they were having a Western hoedown in another venue, and that's all you heard was Western hoedown music.
Don't tell him all the secrets. We're gonna tell him that on July 1st.
I'm a blabbermouth.
Lighting looks nice, but St. Kevin is missing his halo.
Yeah, he never had it to begin with. Don't let him fool you.
The horns hold up the halo. Go-karts still a popular thing on a cruise. Tim, the go-karts, I think, are ridiculous, in my opinion. They don't go as fast as they say they're going to go. Half the time they weren't open. And when they were open, they were just summarily deciding what they were going to charge.
Yeah. Now, obviously, if you go onto their website and you book reservations ahead of time, it says it's $7. But on the ship, people were telling us they were being charged $10. Then they were being charged $12. It's like, what's going on? Why is there different pricing? And then we're like, what, 2 to 3 hour waits?
Right. There was.
Cars? People were not happy at all.
Jamaica, I think that's a sweet idea. That's a nice idea. Jamaica says that she's going on a trip with 6 adults. Mm-hmm. They're in 3 suites, and she was wondering if it's a good idea to make swag bags with like umbrellas, shower rugs, extension cords, etc. And is this doing too much? She's the only one who won't be flying in. So I think that's a really nice idea to do as a little gift for all your family and friends that are going on the cruise. We've done little swag bags. I wouldn't be that extravagant. So I would give you some ideas. So what I would do is you obviously know these people. It's not like Frank and I that maybe when we take our group cruise, we'll do little swag bags for people that go on the group cruise with us. But
yeah, you know us, we'll be giving away stuff.
We don't know personally, on a personal level, the people that we're cruising with. So perhaps you personalize each bag. And what I mean by that is maybe you find out what everybody's favorite little treat is, maybe a little candy.
Ooh, candy.
Candy. Little, you can go to Five Below if you have a Five Below in your area, or the dollar store, and get maybe everybody a little flashlight. So flashlight, some candy. I wouldn't do extension cords. I wouldn't do umbrellas because it might be too expensive. You want to think maybe 5 things, $10 a bag. That's what I would do. And be creative. Maybe you want to throw in, maybe you find SD cards on sale. Throw in an SD card because nobody ever brings enough.
That's
Not
right.
even Frank and I bring enough SD cards.
You don't want to pay the prices on the ship. How much did you pay for your Clarendon?
Oh my God! You tell him the story about this.
Okay.
And I'll catch up with Chap. I was so angry at Frank. I was so mad.
I don't know how it happened, but the allergy medicine I bought for Kevin, because you never know when he's, going to be sneezing, whatever. And I always pack it. And I said, you got it. It's on the list. It's one of the final things. So he bought.
By Turquoise.
He bought some allergy medicine. Well, we get in our cabin and we're unpacking. And of course, he got sick right away. I thought, let me get this medicine out. At least take this allergy stuff. It'll dry out. And I couldn't find it. And I looked at every little purple packing cube where all the medicines were, the little office, nowhere. And I said, this is crazy. I know I had it. I put it there. I was going nuts. I said, it is nowhere in this cabin, which means it never made it in the luggage. So he goes down and he has to buy. I said, you need to go to the shop and buy something, anything. So he went down. They hit Clarendon, a 5-count box, 5 pills, $15. That's $3 a pill. And so, but you know what? We got home, and I'm in the spare room, and I'm thinking, where could this have gone? And I said, did it fall on the floor? Is it under the bed, maybe? And look. Yep. Underneath the bed, there was the box of allergy medicine. Delilah likes to jump on the bed when I don't have the door closed.
Sure, blame the dog that you didn't bring my medicine.
And she must have. It's in the bedding we have. The comforter is kind of slinky and silky. It must have slid right off because I have things piled up before the final checklist and packing. So yeah, it was under the bed. So yeah, that's the story of the $15 allergy medicine we had to pay.
So I was just catching up on the chat, and it's all about, there's a lot about the go-karts and the swag bag, but I didn't see Justin.
Julie.
No.
What's the Julie connection?
Excuse me. Justin Ozalik said, did you guys see my first message about who I am?
Yes, I did, which is why I'm referencing the Julie connection. So,
Julie, the cruise director?
So if you could repeat that for Kevin, because I don't think I can go back far enough to find it.
Yeah. Is it Julie? Did you say something about Julie? Like maybe Julie, the cruise director that was on the Bliss? So you guys, we saw so many people that we knew that.
There we go. No, Linda's friend, Julie.
Oh, Justin! I know who that is. Linda. Everybody knows I'm a hairdresser, right? In 2015, when we sold our house to one of my clients. and that's Linda. And Linda used to work with this girl named Julie, and Julie married Justin. I think that's how it works, right, Justin? I might be crazy. Anyways, Tim Turner was asking, how did you tip on your cruise, and who did you tip? So pretty much when we cruise, we tip a certain amount of money in the beginning of the cruise to Max, who was our room steward.
Right.
And we put it in a little thank you note.
What we do, I want to, just before you continue on, we kind of do a little test. Once we get in the cabin, there's certain things that we require. I need extra boxes of Kleenex, because the only box of Kleenex is in the bathroom in the wall. But I need a box of Kleenex on my side table during the night. And then Kevin, he wasn't feeling well, so he wanted the ice bucket filled with ice so we could have some ice water. So there are a couple of things that needed to be done. The bed was not prepared. It was still set up as twin beds. And we said, Max, the twin beds need to be put together into one large queen size, whatever size bed it is. So, boom, got back from dinner the first night. Everything was done. The bed was put together. The extra Kleenex box was there. Everything we had mentioned to Max was done. The test was complete. Immediately wrote out a thank you card. I want to thank you ahead of time, Max, because I know you're going to do a great job taking care of us. And $25 in cash went in the card, and we handed it to him the next morning. And then during the course of the entire cruise, he never forgot. We never had to ask him twice. And when he saw we were out of Kleenex or when we left him Post-it notes or things we wanted, he made sure we got it. And on the last day, there was a final thank you note with another $25 in cash for Max.
Now, I have to tell you that we always say we carry the thank you notes with us with the $5 bill in, just in case to tip blah, blah, blah extra to somebody. We were not impressed with anybody enough on this NCL Bliss sailing to tip anybody else. So the only person that we were tipping was Max.
Yes, Tim, I have been on several gay Atlantis cruises, which is where I started back in 2001. The NCL Sky was the first gay cruise that Atlantis sponsored, and I went with 10 of my friends.
Bye, Brian.
And after that, we did several other Atlantis cruises, but they are so expensive, which is, I think, why there's such a large gay contingency on these cruises, because if we're paying $2,000, Atlantis, you're paying $4,000. I mean, it's wonderful. It's great. It's an experience you want to have, but the money is way out there now. No way we can afford it.
No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, Genevieve earlier in the chat had asked, I think it said Genevieve. Yeah, Genevieve H had asked if we watch any other cruise videos.
Oh, absolutely.
And she referenced that she watches the Unofficial Travel Guide. That's Morgan. We know Morgan.
Lolita Loca.
We watch Lolita Loca. They have asked us to be on one of their videos, and they actually a week and a half ago they referenced.
Right.
We were very honored. They referenced Frank's video and linked it in. You all know that we're friends with Scott Singer.
Right. Sherry from Cruise Tips TV.
Sherry, the little man, and her husband.
Right.
And we should say that her son did a great job helping her out when she did her Bliss videos when I was talking with her. So that was great. Can you think of anybody else we watch?
Bruce. We watched.
Oh yeah,
Bruce.
Traveling with Bruce from time to time.
Yep.
We all kind of watch each other, see what's going on. It's kind of a tight-knit community.
But there's a lot of, we're all on the East Coast. Then you got the West Coast. You got Scotty and Sherry from Cruise, and then the West Coast people. And then, we follow Ben and David. They're the Europe.
Yes.
Ben and David from Honest Cruising over in the UK. over in London.
Hi, Ben. Hi,
They're
David.
the European. They do a lot of the European stuff over there. But they did a couple of days on the Bliss.
The cruise video watcher, he was, they had the same costumes on as us.
Oh, really?
That's who it was.
Oh, gotcha.
Copycats. Just teasing.
Yes,
we could be the copycats.
Ben and David, they are absolutely adorable, and we love them. Honest cruising.
Adorbs. We want to pinch them. The lines. Sue wants to know how the lines were for the shows and for dinner. Well, we're going to get into that on July 1st. We're doing a live stream, and it's going to be all about the NCL Bliss.
Right. We're going to talk about everything from shows to dinners to foods to excursions to whatever, without giving away too much, because there's several issues from my Tales from the High Seas that I can't give away.
Why does my chat keep disappearing? Just as I'm trying to read it, it's like goes, boop.
Oh, Tim Turner's on. Bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim. Oh, look, there we go. Oh, yeah, it is Pride Month.
It is Pride Month.
I don't know. I forget that.
This whole cruise thing has totally thrown us for the month of June.
Big Marilyn, we did not meet on a cruise. She asked if we met on a cruise. We actually met on the internet.
Yes, we met online. On a site that's no longer.
Yeah, no longer. And we went on a date like a week later, and the rest is history.
I think we were talking on a Sunday. We made a date for that coming Friday for dinner.
Uh-huh.
And that was the dinner we met for the first time was November 11th of 2006. And we were married November 11th, 2011, 5 years later. And
I have to tell you, I've always been fascinated because nothing in our lives has survived except our relationship. The site that we met on is no longer in existence. The internet provider that we used is no longer in existence. The restaurant that we went on our first date is no longer in existence. The car that I was driving is dead and gone. The car that he was driving is dead and gone. I mean, it's like all these things that helped us along in meeting are no longer. But we're still here.
Yeah, barely, but still here.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, Karen, if you just heard, we met online. We met online. It's very interesting. A little bit about, maybe we'll do a live stream just about that at some point. But Frank's has a lot of friends that are my friends and vice versa. And we never knew. And we were always at the same functions and never knew it.
It's like we knew like all the same people.
We probably even dated some of the same people at one point, which is kind of creepy. Yes, and that is what we are talking about with Lolita Loca. Is they've invited us on to do a cruise wars, and we just have to catch up with the vlogs and get everything done that we need to do before we can do the cruise wars. But we do want to do a cruise wars with them.
And oh, look at Tales from the High Seas.
Don't show the secrets.
Oh my goodness.
He's got like what, 13?
I have like 13 Tales from the High Seas. And then I also have a list of all the videos we'll be doing.
Kelly Bunker said that she just snuck into the bathroom at work to watch us. You should be at work.
What did you say? Did you go, oh, I'm not feeling too well, gotta go?
I don't know. She said, ooh, there's some crazy shit on the internet, I gotta go. Food fight in the Haven, Tales from the High Seas? No, wild. But I will tell you, we'll give him a teaser. How about that? Frank's first Tales from the High Seas will involve the Haven.
Yes.
Well, that is all we're going to say, is it's going to involve the Haven. We kind of teased that a little bit in episode 2 of our vlogs. Karen would like to know how she could get a t-shirt. I don't know if she's referring to my Venice, California t-shirt. I've had this
Or
since high school.
Or a Cruising with Wheels t-shirt?
But yes, she can get the Cruising with Wheels t-shirt. Do you have the card? Do you have his card?
Not here in the office. Ellis Custom Creations. He is online.
He's online. You can go to his Facebook site. It's Ellis Custom Creations.
ELLIS Custom Creation.
And he takes care of all of our t-shirts for
James
us.
Ellis.
If you email us, Karen, at cruisingwithwheels at rochester.r.com, or you message us on Facebook, I can get you a link. I just can't. I don't know how to do it because we're still working out. Stop molesting your diary.
This is my journal. Tiff wanted to know how I organize my journal. Well, Kevin just bought me a brand new one because the other one was loaded. And I just start off. Here's Alaska Cruise and Sail Bliss. And it just took about, oh boy. And it's about that much. And I'm probably going to get another 5 cruises in this journal. I had to retire the first one. I'm on the second one. So I love these journals. They're really, really great.
Cruise Video Watcher wants to know how we met Dave and Darlene.
Oh.
It's kind of a boring story. My whole career, I've worked at 2 salons. I'm not going to name the names of the salons. The first one is no longer in existence anymore. And I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but after I left is when it closed down. You be the judge. But I worked at the first salon, and I had a big falling out with someone that worked there. And I moved to Sheer Magic. That's where I'm a hairdresser in Webster, New York.
Hi, Nadia.
And Darlene is one of the stylists that works there, and now she is kind of, I don't know, everybody always uses the term work wife. Well, I happen to have, how many do I have? I've got
several.
I've got Kathy, I've got Donna, I've got Darlene, and I've got Michelle. So I have 4 work wives. So imagine, and a husband.
I have 2. I have Cece and Delilah.
So that's how I met Darlene, and David is Darlene's husband.
Oh, they're so much fun to vacation with. You know, I always get a little leery because, you know, you don't know people until you're up close and personal. And it's like, oh, you know, they booked the same cruise, and I'm like, you're worried about, are they going to be too clingy? Are we going to, because we do a lot of filming. This is half work, half vacation. And I'm always concerned about how are we going to get along and things like that. But oh my God, we had the best time on the Jade with Dave and Darlene. And I'm so glad that they're coming along again on the next one on the Getaway.
Big Marilyn, you have nothing to be scared about going on the Bliss. It'll be fine. Every cruise is different. You have to remember we were on the inaugural, so they're still working out some bugs.
Yeah.
In question 2, I saw somebody ask if we were ever interested about going on the Epic, and probably not. We really don't like their bathroom setup. That's the one that has the showers in one room, the toilets in the other room, the sinks out in the cabin.
For the handicap, they can't have that set up in a handicap room. You can't have someone in a wheelchair hopping from one.
Bonnie wants to hear all about the SeaTac.
Oh,
Bonnie.
Tales from the High Seas. That's all I'm going to say.
SeaTac was wonderful on the way there.
Oh, God.
SeaTac was the most miserable experience
on the way home.
And I'm surprised that you all didn't hear me yelling and screaming.
Oh my God, it was ugly.
I went ballistic.
There was screaming involved, door slamming. Oh my God. Wait till you hear what happened.
Tiff wants to know how you organize your journals. One for each cruise or bullet journals?
I just went over that. Am I having a stroke?
No, I didn't hear you. I'm reading.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have been in another room explaining.
Yeah.
Did I not do a show and tell of my journal?
I don't know. I just saw you molesting it. Yes, acapello. No spoilers. But I did go ballistic. Wild 1995 was the one who asked if we were ever interested in the Epic. And I don't know. I've had quite a few customers that have gone on it, and I would say that I think I probably have about 25 people I can think of that have been on it. 6 said that they loved it, and the rest were like, eh.
And for a quick little update,
And Klaus isn't on the Epic
we
anymore.
still have not heard from Joey.
Oh yeah,
Joey Burdick, the swag bag.
Does
winner.
anybody know Joey?
So we haven't heard from him. So
I don't know, Brent. Do you know we might have to go on the Epic because Brent is asking if Priscilla Queen of the Desert is still there.
I know. I love that movie.
Yeah. Well, maybe we do have to go on the Epic after all. Thanks, Kelly. Share, share, share. We've never, Lennis, L-E-N-I, Lenice. Duh. Lenice is asking if we have ever been on a Disney cruise, and if so, how was it compared to NCL besides the price?
I don't think we can handle the kids.
Well, I don't know if I can handle the children, but I will tell you that I've had a lot of customers that have gone on Disney, and they say it's impeccable. The price is a little price prohibitive for us. I'm always looking for a deal, so if I see a deal on a Disney, I might do a Disney, and maybe, excuse me, maybe what we have been talking about is possibly doing a back-to-back on 2 different lines. So maybe we would do like a 3 or 4 day on Disney and then do a 3 or 4 day on a Royal, just to check them out. I hear the food's impeccable. Got a little bit of a problem because Disney cruises don't have casinos. Yeah, he's horrified. So that, I mean, the kids in no casino.
That's all I can say.
So I don't know.
Kelly, we try to plan our cruises when the kids are not off on a break, when the kids are in school, and then kind of keeps the children count to a minimum.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Big Marilyn wants to know if we met the godfather of the Bliss. And frankly, I didn't even know who the guy was. I had to look up.
Who is the godfather?
It's Elvis.
Oh, that's right.
Something.
That's right. Yeah.
He's some big radio host.
Yes.
I don't know. I must live in a bubble because I had no clue on who he is. Elvis Duran. Is that his name?
I don't know.
I don't know. We didn't meet him.
We're a little focused on Wyland.
Mary Ellen SeaTac is the name of the airport in Seattle.
Right, Seattle, Tacoma Airport.
Where I was almost taken down by security.
Oh my God.
I have to watch Tales from the High Seas on that one.
You won't believe
Oh God. Why can't you get your boyfriend on a cruise, Genevieve? It's an awesome experience.
I know. He sounds like my sister. My brother-in-law, David, so much wants to go to Alaska. And we picked up a gift for him. We got an Alaska t-shirt from Ketchikan. And I gave it to her Saturday when she visited with my mom and my niece. And she's like, oh, that was so nice. And I go, why? I said, I didn't get you anything. You don't care anything about Alaska. Poor David wants to go and you won't go.
Greg Batchelor wants to know, gambling on the Bliss? How'd you do, Kevin? Well, I'm going to tell you my tales from the high seas, my horror story. First night gambling, first machine, playing, I don't know, I think it was like 50 or $100 gone. And a lady walked up behind me, put in her $20, pushed the button once on a $1.50 bet and won 20 grand. So, and everything went down the hill from there. So, I mean, it was fun.
Yes.
They have fun machines. They weren't paying me.
I know.
I mean, there were plenty of people out there that were winning.
We have money. I always allocate money. There's so much money for him and so much money for me per day for the casino. I don't think I played anything but $20. And so at one point, with all his horror stories of it, and then the lady sat down and hit my machine and won $6,000. I said, you're done, and put my money back in the safe because I am not burning that and giving it to NCL.
So we lost what, $300?
So forget it.
$300.
Save that money, and that money goes into the envelope for the NCL Getaway cash envelopes.
Wild 1995 says we were right. It was Elvis Duran.
Hello from Russia.
Oh
Hi,
my
Russia.
God. Hi, Russia.
Welcome.
Sarah Palin can see her country from her house. Oh, he says the B word like a gay guy. Let's see.
You want me to say it?
Bitch!
Bitch!
Oh, it's very dangerous, Genevieve. I know they allow you to get money against your room, but
July 14th, Tales from the High Seas, first episode.
yes. How long? Oh, you were answering how long do we have to wait?
Yes.
See, if you don't read the question, I don't know what you're talking about or you're answering.
It's on a need-to-know basis. Sometimes you don't need to know.
You just made Kelly's day. Well, guys, we're going to have to wrap it up soon.
Dinner has to be gotten to.
I don't even know what time it is.
Neither of us had lunch.
Yeah, it's 5:49 in New York where we are. And we're going to wrap things up. It was great to have everybody come in and say hello to us while we're testing our live streaming. Thank you for the tips about the sound. I'll try to work on that. And thank you for the tip on the lighting. Maybe our next live stream, we'll try a different area.
Well, we can do it from the living room where we have overhead lights we can turn on. It'll be brighter and kind of a normal lighting. We won't have to do these extra spotlights.
Right.
It's getting a little warm in here, so you're going to have to get me out of this room.
Don't see. We have like stage lighting.
Yeah.
See, that's how I look. Beautiful.
Oh, I'm getting a little verklempt.
That's how I get my suntan. Not really though. And it is hot in here. We had to close the window because guess what I did when we moved here in 2015? Kevin no longer cuts the grass. We have a lawn guy that does it. And he was here and he was cutting lawn.
Al was here. So we had to close the window so you wouldn't hear all the mowing going on.
Shout out to Al, Mother Earth. Woo-hoo. He didn't want to cut the grass. He said it looked fine.
Oh my God, he never wants to cut our grass. I said,
my
grass could be this high. He'd be like, no, it looks good. I don't know. I might come back. Like, I'll take the money, cut the grass.
I don't know if Frank will be able to do a Tales from the High Seas sooner. I know you're begging, but he still has to film it. I still have to edit it.
And I don't want to be coughing and gagging through the whole thing because it is a long, drawn-out story. And so I want to do it right. And I want you to get the full effect of the drama that occurred.
Lanice asked if the gem has a T-shirt with the ship's artwork on it, and unfortunately, I don't think they do.
I don't remember seeing it.
I haven't seen it. They usually do those shirts like that, the inaugural season, or they do them for Earth Day. Like my Escape shirt is from Earth Day, and it has the whole art on it. I'm sorry, it's a pretty ship. But we were really upset in 2017 because they were painting all of the promenade areas completely white.
Right,
so there's no more pictures.
All the painting of the gems were all being whitewashed over. The whole ship was being whitewashed inside. So
Kelly wants to know when you're going to do another cooking video, and we don't have it on the schedule yet. Yeah. We have to figure it out.
I have to figure out actually what I'm going to make and then plan it all out. But right now we're focused on the NCL Bliss vlogs. Start up with the Tales from the High Seas on July 14th.
And we have to get out all their cabin tours still too.
Right, and so I'm guessing we're not going to see a cooking episode until probably beginning of August.
Thank you. Kelly said that the meatloaf was exactly the way that you did it, and it was great.
Awesome.
And I'm going to say thank you because it's my recipe.
It's Kevin's recipe.
So,
barbecue. I wish we were having that tonight.
I can't pronounce his or her name, but they're asking what's this live stream all about. And basically what we were doing today is just testing the live stream. We have never done a live stream from our computers before from home. We've always used the iPhone,
Right.
And we've only done it while we've been aboard a ship. So
broader question, who are we? Why are we doing this? We are Cruising with Wheels. That is the name of the YouTube channel. And our channel is all about cruising, and is specifically focused on cruising with disabilities. I'm in a wheelchair. You don't see me now, but I am in a rolling chair in the office. But that's what we are all about. So check out our YouTube channel, and you'll find all about us. And we actually have videos on our personal lives. Since everybody was asking, who are you guys?
I want to remind everybody that if you are not subscribed to YouTube, please click that button. We also love when you give us thumbs up, so click the thumbs up. You can find us on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter as well. We will be doing another swag bag giveaway when we hit 4,500 subscribers. Excuse me. When we hit 4,500 subscribers. And remember, every social media that you follow us on gets you an entry into that drawing. So if you are subscribed to YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, you will have 5 entries. So make sure you follow us everywhere.
Right. We never discussed on July 1st, we'll be doing our next official live stream. We never talked about the time. What would be a good time on a Sunday?
Yeah,
Any suggestions?
Was thinking that around 2 p.m.
Yeah.
would be a good time.
After lunch, after church.
Well, but you have to remember, I'm trying to be mindful of our
time zones.
Of the time zones.
Right.
So we are going to be doing our live stream on July 1st. And it will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
On Saturday the 30th, the day before, we will do a Facebook advertisement of our live stream.
I'll put it up everywhere.
Yeah, the next day. He'll post it everywhere. And you'll get, just in case there might be a change, we're going to throw ads up everywhere we can on the official time of the July 1st stream.
Now, I want to let everybody know that that live stream is going to be all about our experience while we were sailing on the Norwegian Bliss.
Right.
We are not going to reveal any of our Tales from the High Seas issues.
Right. So I'm going to start the
outline
right now.
We're going to do a little outline.
Things we're going to talk about.
And please, when you come, bring your questions about the Bliss. Anything you want to know. Anything you want to know, we experience everything. So just ask us. And until next time, we want to remind everybody to
travel safe
and cruise often.
See you guys.
Bye.